From the stadium in Fort Myers, Florida, this is live continuing coverage of the 2017 NCRHA National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. Welcome to the final game of Day 1 here on the Bauer Rink. Another Division I Pool E game between Western Michigan and Hofstra. Hofstra 0-2, Western Michigan 1-1. This is the third game of pool play for each team. They'll each have one game remaining. And when do they play? Let's see. When do they play tomorrow? Western Michigan will close out pool play against Robert Morris tomorrow at 4:30. Hofstra will play Eastern Michigan tomorrow at 10 a.m. Just had an incredible game between Robert Morris and Eastern Michigan. Are we going to see anything like this here? We'll see. Western Michigan win the draw to start the game. Puck carried to the Hofstra net. A backhander is stopped by Ryan Smith. Puck comes out to the far side. And it is coughed up by Kyle Witherspoon. Nigel Grove with it. On the near side, gets bumped over. No, I'm sorry, it's not Grove. He did have the puck, though. He took it away from Witherspoon. As Western Michigan tried to pass down low, and John Welsing, couldn't get a stick on the puck. Here's Dan Schaefer. Sending it in front, flicked on goal. Sent to the slot, flicked on goal by Nigel Grove, and making the save for Western Michigan was James Miletix. Here, Western Michigan. It's a shot stopped by Smith and covered up. That shot coming from Jeff Nolfo. We played 63 seconds of this one. Draws to the right of Smith. Won by Hofstra. Puck over on the near side. Jonathan Corbo at it, taken away. Pass to the slot. And then Western Michigan player tried to drop it back. Instead, it's a breakaway for Nick Lewis to the net. A shot, score. Caleb Guthard dropped it back, but there was nobody in a black and gold shirt or jersey around. So Nick Lewis grabs the puck, carries it right down the middle lane, and puts it through the 5-hole on Miletix into the back of the net. And it's 1-0. Hofstra. 10:35 to go in the first. Here come Western Michigan, but it's taken away by the Pride. Puck in front of the Western Michigan net, but it's knocked away. From the stick of Andrew Gagnon by Witherspoon. Western Michigan back the other way. Puck carried to the Hofstra net, but Ryan Smith takes it away from Jacob Anderman and covers up. 9:57 to go in this first, still 1-0. Hofstra. Draws to the right of Smith. Western Michigan with a puck off the draw. It's in front, and unable to score there was Josh Grady. Here come the Pride again. Andrew Gagnon tapping it. No, I'm sorry, that's not Gagnon. That is Danny Correa is tapping it towards the net. Dan Schaefer now. Right wing corner. Centering pass up, and Nigel Grove whiffs on a backhanded attempt as he was racing to the puck. Evan Zach with the puck now for Western Michigan. Zach. Drops behind his own net. Passes it up the floor to Josh Ward. Ward to the Hofstra net, a shot. Stopped by Smith. He's got it covered. 8:47 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Hofstra. Draws to the left of Smith. Won by Hofstra. Passed over to Nick Lewis. Lewis, left circle, shot stopped by Miletics. Kicked it aside with a left leg pad. And a pass hopped over the stick of Drew O'Donnell. Nigel Grove. Pass it back to Corbo. Corbo drops it back to Grove. Grove racing back into the Western Michigan zone. A slap shot over the net. Puck over on the far side. And it's brought back up the floor by Western Michigan. O'Donnell passed it over to Jeff Nolfo, and it knocked off his stick. Hofstra clear, but Western Michigan control again. Evan Zach standing behind the Broncos net. Passes it up the far side, John Welsing. Pass in front, a shot stopped by Ryan Smith on Jeff Nolfo. And here come Hofstra. And they decided to curl back. Here is Grove. Grove behind his own net. Grove. Passes it over. And Danny Correa has it knocked off his stick by the approaching Josh Grady. Here's Schaefer. Passing over to the near side, Correa's. Shot turned away by Miletics, and it came off the glass. I thought Miletics caught that with a glove. I guess it ended up behind the net. Here is Zach. Losing the puck in the skates of Dan Schaefer. Schaefer back the other way for Hofstra. Passing it over Correa's. Correa's pass across, went off the stick of number 10. I don't have a number 10 on my roster, so this must be somebody wearing a different number. There's a shot from Grove, turned away by Miletics. Back the other way goes Josh Grady into the Hofstra zone. Sending it around to the near boards. Here's Welsing. Welsing passing over to Josh Ward. Ward, and it knocked off his stick. Back the other way come Hofstra. Correa's forced to go past the Western Michigan net. Passes it to the left wing corner. Here is Schaefer. Schaefer. Drop it back for Nigel Grove. Grove passes over to Correas. Grove. Down the far side into the Western Michigan zone. Taken down in the slot. He's drawn a penalty. Shot from Gagnon. Stopped and covered up by Miletics. Whoa, and then Gagnon gets a shot from Grady, Josh Grady, after the whistle. So they'll both go into the penalty box, and somebody will serve the penalty, the extra penalty. Trip, a high stick, and a rough. So it'll be a 4-on-3 for Hofstra. They're leading 1-0 with 4:21 to go in the first. I should say a power play since it's 4-on-4 all the time. Hofstra with the puck. Shot off a stick into the glass. Correas backhanding it off to Nigel Grove. Grove around the back of his own net, passes over. Comes back to Correas from Nick Lewis, who has the only goal of the game so far. Correas off to Lewis, now Grove. Back to Correas. Lewis, and the one-timer, Grove over to Lewis, whose one-timer didn't have a lot of speed on it and went wide of the far post. Ryan Smith comes out of his net and passes it down the floor to Lewis. Lewis down to Schaefer. Schaefer, a shot, stopped by Miletics. 1 minute left in the power play for Hofstra. Here comes Lewis again. Try to pass ahead to Schaefer. Puck knocked away. Kyle Witherspoon drops it back behind the net for John Welsing, and Welsing starts to move it up the floor. Welsing drops it back for Witherspoon. Pass was blocked. Witherspoon. Witherspoon comes out in front, a backhander stop by Smith. Inside the final 10 seconds of the power play for Hofstra. Pride of the puck. Power play expires. Western Michigan back at even strength. Pass to the slot for Grove, broken up by Welsing. Here's Jonathan Corbo. Now Nigel Grove from Nick Lewis. Grove in the slot. Shot was blocked by a skate. And then it comes off the inboards back to the near side of the net, and Miletics covers. Minute 55 to go in the first, still 1-0 Hofstra. Draws to the left of Miletics. Won by Western Michigan. Evan Zach. Passing it up the far side, Josh Ward. Puck behind the Hofstra net. They try the wraparound, stopped and covered up by the near post by Ryan Smith. That was Josh Ward. On the wraparound try. 93 seconds left in the first, still 1-0 Hofstra. Western Michigan with the puck off the draw. Wilsing passing it over. Passed over far post. A shot turned away by Smith. That shot was from Josh Ward. Jeff Nolfo with a pass. And here come Hofstra. Corbo. The shot gloved and held onto by Melitics as we go right inside the final minute of the first 59.5 seconds to go. 1-0 Hofstra. Draws to the left of Melitics. Won by Western Michigan. Josh Ward in the Hofstra zone. Tried to pass it down to Jeff Nolfo. Comes back to the far side. Nolfo. Passed over to the near side and Ward. Ward passing to the center line and Witherspoon. Witherspoon, long shot blocked. Witherspoon on the near side. Puck taken away. Sent to the Western Michigan zone, but intercepted and cleared out by Ward. I'm sorry, by Zach. Evan Zach. And Hofstra with a puck. Pass to Nigel Grove. Time's going to run out before he can shoot it. And that's the end of the first. Nick Lewis's goal, the only one in that opening frame, and Hofstra lead Western Michigan 1-0 at the end of one in this D1 pool play game. Back at the stadium in Fort Myers, Florida, the Bauer Rink going to the second period of this Division I Pool League game. Hofstra leading Western Michigan 1-0. Western Michigan win the draw, send the puck into the Hofstra zone, but Nigel Grove has it behind his own net. Had to keep the puck away from Jacob Anderman. Grove into the Western Michigan zone, fires the puck over the net. Puck on the near side, Nick Lewis, back to Grove. Grove coughed up the puck. Lewis trying to pass it back. Broken up for a second. He gets the puck back. Then he's bumped off it by Evan Zach, and that's going to draw a penalty. A roughing call against Zach. 11:16 left in the second. Hofstra back to the power play, leading 1-0. Draws to the right of Melitics, James Melitics. Won by Hofstra. Here's Nick Lewis. Passing down low, Andrew Gagnon. Almost pushed off the puck. Passes it over far side, Lewis. Back to Gagnon, left circle, a shot over the net. Puck over on the far side. Danny Correas as it knocked off his stick. Western Michigan clears. Gagnon will pick it up. Joe Anderman knocks it off of Gagnon's stick. Anderman thought about waiting for somebody, then he tried to go around Correas, and Correas takes the puck away. Here's Correas. Back into the Western Michigan zone, a shot turned away by Miletix. Puck taken away from Anderman by Correas, and shot was blocked, and they blow the whistle. I think the net was dislodged. There are 56 seconds left in the power play for Hofstra. 10-12 to go in the second. They're still leading 1-0. Draws to the right of Miletix. One by Hofstra. Here's Nick Lewis. Shot stopped. Rebound scored. Andrew Gagnon. Nick Lewis with the initial shot. James Miletix made the save. Andrew Gagnon bangs in the rebound. It's a power play goal for the Pride, and they're ahead 2-0 with 10:02 to go in the second. Western Michigan with a puck here, and a shot off a stick into the netting above the glass. That was Josh Ward shooting off a Hofstra stick. Ward with a puck. Backhanding it to Witherspoon, Kyle Witherspoon. Over to John Welsing, tried to send it to the net. Taken away, Josh Grady. Passed over, and Welsing one-times it wide of the near post from the left circle. Witherspoon on one knee. Gets back to his skates, controls the puck, falls over again. Now he's on his knees, passing it back into his own end for Welsing to chase down. Welsing passing over to Grady. Grady. Now Witherspoon. Witherspoon. Left circle. Tried to drop it back. Sent away by number 10 for Hofstra. Again, not sure who that is. It's either Sean Randazzo or Chris Della Vecchia. Here's Josh Ward shooting, stopped off the glove of Ryan Smith. They tried the wraparound, it went across the front of the net. That was Grady with a wraparound try. Puck went through the crease. Western Michigan begging for a goal. Puck back of the inboards, Ward. Around the back of the net, comes out to the far side, pass went behind Grady. Here's Witherspoon. Pass in front, Ward off his stick, got away from him. Danny Correas. Back into the Western Michigan zone, shoots the puck wide of the far post. Rebound comes to him, and he fires it wide again. Here come Western Michigan. Welsing racing into the Hofstra zone. Around the back of the net. Pass is intercepted by Nigel Grove. He was looking for Ward. It's a 2-on-1 the other way for Hofstra. Grove. Waite shoots, turned away by Miletix, and there's going to be a penalty. A cross-checking call against Josh Ward. Nope, it's John Welsing who's going into the box. 7:55 left in the second. Hofstra ahead 2-0. They go back to the power play. Here's Nick Lewis. Passing down, Danny Correa's. Correa's shot blocked. Looks like Chris Della Vecchia sitting on the bench in his goalie pads, but without a mask, and we've got a penalty coming up against Hofstra. Nope, it's a penalty, another penalty against Western Michigan. High sticking against Jacob Anderman. So it's a 4-on-2 for 94 seconds for the Pride, leading 2-0 with 7:29 to go in the second. So number 10 for Hofstra has to be Sean Randazzo. Drawing by Hofstra, here's Nick Lewis. Shot stopped by Miletics. Western Michigan trying to clear the rebound. Here's Witherspoon. Whipping it around to the far side. Picked back up and brought back in by Lewis. Lewis passing down. And it came back to Lewis from Grove, but it missed Lewis. So Lewis will track it down. Passed over. Andrew Gagnon a shot, gloved and held onto by Miletics. 58 seconds left in the 4-on-2, 6:53 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Hofstra. And we get a whistle off the draw against Nigel Grove. A hold. So this will cut it down to a 3-on-2. Interference, excuse me. Looked like the referee was signaling holding for a second. So 3-on-2 for 55 seconds. 6:50 left in the second. Still 2-0 Hofstra. Draw one by Hofstra. Puck comes on goal, though. And Ryan Smith is to cover. Jonathan Corbo backhanding it towards his own net. Draw one by Hofstra. Here is Lewis. Lewis into the Western Michigan zone. A shot turned away by Miletics. Right leg pad. Danny Correa's. Correa's a shot, gloved and held on to. By Miletics. 30 seconds left in the 3-on-2. Western Michigan with a puck off the draw. Passed over to Josh Ward. Ward into the Hofstra zone, knocked off his stick. Tries to settle it down and get it back, taken away. Nick Lewis up the floor. In the Western Michigan zone, a shot stopped by Miletics. And Ward with a chance to go on the breakaway for Western Michigan. Ward with a puck to the Hofstra net, a shot. Looked like it went over the net. 3-on-2 is up, it's back to a 3-on-3 for 20 more seconds. And then Western Michigan will be on the power play. Jonathan Corbo back into the Western Michigan zone, in front of shot. I think Miletics got a piece of it as it went past the net. Dan Schaefer a shot, hit the post and into the netting above the glass. 5 seconds left in the 3-on-3. 5:34 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Hofstra. Western Michigan now on the power play. And there are only 20 seconds left on it. They need a goal here. Puck over on the near side. Jeff Nolfo passing over to the far side. A shot turned away by Smith. Penalty time against Hofstra is up. They're back at even strength. Here's Evan Zach. Zach passing over to the far side. And John Welsing Back over to Zach. Zach with a pass that went off the stick of Danny Correas over to the far side. Here's Kyle Witherspoon. And that pass attempt from Nolfo broken up. Here's Welsing now. Knocked off his stick. Corbo trying to clear it out. It's held in. Welsing tried to put it, Anderman. Jack Anderman tried to put it in front. Jacob Anderman, excuse me. Here's Anderman. Far side. Hands it off. Over to Welsing. Welsing to the net. Backhander stop. Oh, and Jeff Nolfo had the near side of the net open, but when he took the shot, Jonathan Corbo blocked it with a stick. And here's Corbo back the other way. Corbo a shot. Gloved and held on to by Melitics. 3:29 left in the second. Still 2-0 Hofstra. D1 will begin bracket play tomorrow night. All 5 teams from Pool E will be taking part. Draw in by Hofstra. Shot blocked. It was Nigel Grove shooting. And here come Western Michigan again. Josh Grady had a pass knocked off his stick by Nigel Grove and then took him into the boards. And interference is called against Grove. So Western Michigan to the power play with 3:09 left in the second. They're trailing 2-0. They win the draw. Here's Evan Zach. Zach passed over left circle. Shot stopped by Ryan Smith. That was Ward. Put in front for Grady. Couldn't get his stick on it. Sent around to the far side by Nick Lewis. Zach. Shot. Went wide. Rebound. Stopped by, how did Smith stop that? Smith was looking at the back of the net, and the puck was sitting between his legs. Josh Grady with that shot attempt there. Here's Zach. Sending it towards the net. Grady tapped it off the bottom bar on the near side of the net. He had the near side of the net open again and couldn't cash in. Shot off the stick of Dan Schaefer into the rafters. It's Josh Ward shooting. 69 seconds left in the power play. 2:18 left in the second. Still 2-0 Hofstra. Draw in by Hofstra. Whipped around to the far boards, excuse me. Here's Zach. Zach backhanding over to the far side. A shot stopped. That was Ward. Now Zach again. Back over to Ward, left circle. Ward in front. And Jeff Nolfo backhanded it over to the right circle. He's got control again. Witherspoon. Back to Zach. Zach, a shot stopped by Smith. Nolfo with a rebound. Nolfo. Witherspoon, top of the slot. A shot gloved and held on to by Smith. .25 seconds left in the power play. 94 seconds left in the second. Still 2-0 Hofstra. Draw in by Western Michigan. Witherspoon, a shot wide. Puck behind the net. Puck over on the far side. Witherspoon passing down. In front, Ward couldn't get a stick on it. Hofstra try to clear, knocked down. In front for Nolfo, and he taps it wide to the near post. Penalty time against Hofstra is up. They're back at even strength. Ward tried to put it in front for Witherspoon. Got bumped off the puck, but they score! Nolfo fires it, I think, off the glove of Smith into the back of the net, and Western Michigan finally get on the board. It's 2-1 Hofstra with 59.6 seconds left in the second. Drawing by Hofstra, Nick Lewis into the Western Michigan zone. Puck knocked off his stick. Here come the Broncos. Caleb Guthard tried to backhand it in front. Pass was blocked by Nigel Grove. Jacob Anderman throws it over to the far side. Here's Witherspoon. Passing over to the near side, Welsing. 30 seconds left of the period. Witherspoon. Witherspoon. Pass went off a stick. The stick of Randazzo. Here's Welsing. 20 seconds left of the period. Over to Witherspoon. Try to get it back to Welsing. Broken up. Randazzo passing it over to Nick Lewis. Lewis, a shot blocked. Under 10 seconds left of the period. 5 seconds left. Here come Western Michigan. Slap shot. Score! What a goal! John Welsing shooting from next to his bench. Into the roof of the net. It's 2-2 with a second left in the second. What a goal by John Welsing. And there's a second candidate for goal of the day alongside Dan Trunk's second goal against this Hofstra squad earlier today. Well, Western Michigan kept begging for a goal, and they get two inside the last minute, including an incredible laser from John Welsing standing next to his own bench. Western Michigan and Hofstra tied at 2 at the end of 2 in this D1 pool play game. Back on the Bauer rink here at the Fort Myers Stadium, going to the third period of this Division I Pool E game. Hofstra and Western Michigan tied at 2. Pride win the draw to start the third period. Nick Lewis passes it back into his own zone. Here's Nigel Grove. Passing over to the near side. He fell over. Andrew Gagnon picks up the puck. Gagnon passing over to Grove. Grove down the slot. Try to pass it back to Gagnon, who was a bit behind. Gagnon sends it around to the far boards. Lewis sends it towards the net. Deflected a bit, but it still comes towards Gagnon, taken away by John Welsing. Welsing into the Hofstra zone, trying to work his way to the net. It's taken down. Welsing with the puck again. Put back in front. Welsing put it off the far post. Here's Evan Zach. Zach into the Hofstra zone. Try to send it down low, and it's taken away by Nigel Grove. Grove. Wrist shot knocked down by James Miletics, and he covers up with a glove. .10:41 left in regulation. Game still tied at 2. Draws to the right of Miletics. One by Hofstra, shot stopped by Miletics. That was Dan Schaefer shooting. Here's Kyle Witherspoon. Passing over to the near side, Josh Ward. Ward with a shot off a stick into the netting above the glass, the stick of Jonathan Corbo to be specific. Hofstra with a puck. Sent into the Western Michigan zone. Broncos have it. Evan Zach. Ward drops it back. Witherspoon. Witherspoon try to go back in front to Ward. Here's Ward again. Over to Evan Zach on the far side. Pass intercepted. Nigel Grove. Sent towards the net, sticked away by Miletics. Schaefer trying to put it in front, blocked by Witherspoon. Puck over on the near side. Witherspoon will slap it up the floor. And Josh Ward with a backhanded pass to the slot, intercepted. Here comes Schaefer. Sorry, it's Grove. Shooting, and it's just wide of the far post. Josh Ward coming back the other way. In the Hofstra zone, a backhander. I think Ryan Smith might have gotten a piece of that with a glove. It went wide of the far post regardless. Josh Grady with a shot now, stopped and held on to by Ryan Smith at the near post. 8:31 left in regulation. This game is still tied at 2. Western Michigan with a puck again. Here's Evan Zach, a shot stopped and covered up at the far post by Ryan Smith. John Welsing with the puck for the Broncos. There's a shot turned away by Ryan Smith. That shot coming from Griffin Wisniewski. Puck coming back towards the net. Rolled up Smith at the near post as he reached out for it. Back the other way come Hofstra. Andrew Gagnon. Can't get past the Western Michigan defenders. He hangs onto the puck. Whiffs on a wrister attempt. John Welsing gets the puck away. Here's Wisniewski. Now Jeff Nolfo coughs up the puck. Gagnon back the other way. Gagnon to the Western Michigan net. A shot off the toe, it looked like, of Miletics, and then Gagnon is knocked into the boards by Jeff Nolfo, and that's a penalty, a boarding call. So Hofstra returning to the power play. The game is tied at 2 with 7:16 left in regulation. Here's Nigel Grove. Pass over to the far side. Taken away, and John Wilson tried to pass it up the floor, looking for Josh Ward. Now he does pass to Ward. Ward in front, a shot stopped by Smith. Here come the Pride again. Danny Correas drops it back. Andrew Gagnon back to Correas. Correas going to go around the back of the net. Gives the puck off to Nick Lewis. Lewis across to Grove. Grove's pass blocked by the skates of John Welsing. Here's Correas. Passing over to Grove. Now Lewis. Lewis with a shot blocked. Josh Ward takes the puck away. Makes his way back up the floor. Knocked off his stick. He gets it back and takes it to the net where it is stopped and covered up by Ryan Smith. 37 seconds left in the power play for Hofstra. 5:52 left in regulation. The game is still tied at 2. Michigan State leading Lindenwood 2-1. Late in the second over on rink M, the Mission rink. Draw one by Hofstra. They tried to clear, held in by Welsing. Welsing makes his way to the net. A shot stopped by Smith at the near post. Puck sent back the other way. Around the back of the net goes Lewis. Lewis at the puck knocked off his stick. Taken back the other way by Correas. Correas pass in front. Lewis. Now Nigel Grove turns and shoots. Knocked away by Miletics at the far post. Penalty time against Western Michigan is up. They're back at even strength. Jacob Anderman. Backhanding to the far side, and Kyle Witherspoon. Witherspoon, big slap shot wide of the near post. Far post, excuse me. Here's Josh Ward. Ward sent to the net, stopped by Smith, and then he stopped a rebound try as well. Puck out in front, a one-timer from Witherspoon, stopped by Smith. Witherspoon shoots again, turned away by Smith. Rebound cleared, and somehow it did not go out of play. It was as high as it could get without going out of play. And there's a shot from Jeff Nolfo at the other end off the far post. Nolfo passing to John Welsing. Welsing, round one defender, passed over Nolfo, couldn't spin around and control the puck. He gets it back, though, on the far side and drops it back to Evan Zach. Zach. Over to Nolfo. Nolfo, slap shot stopped. And unable to control the rebound was Jacob Anderman. Here's Dan Schaefer with a shot, gloved and held on to by James Miletics. 3:38 left in regulation. Game still tied at 2. And Western Michigan have decided to call their timeout. So let's set things here, reset things. Western Michigan coming into this game at 1-1 in pool play. Hofstra at 0-2. If Hofstra lose, even if it's an overtime loss, A loss tomorrow to Eastern Michigan would mean that Hofstra would finish last in Pool E. So Hofstra have to win this game in order to not finish last in Pool E. If they lose this game and then lose tomorrow to Eastern Michigan, then they will play whoever wins, or whoever finishes second, in Pool D, which at the moment is Westchester, although they and Miami of Ohio play each other tomorrow in those two teams' pool play finale. Yeah, they play tomorrow at 2:15 here on the Bauer Rink. On the left of Miletics, won by Western Michigan. Josh Ward up the floor. Ward into the Hofstra zone, in front of shot, stop! They score! It looked like Smith made the save, but it gets through his legs into the back of the net. And Western Michigan have their first lead of the game. 3-2 Broncos with 3:30 to go. Josh Ward and a great individual effort off the draw. Draw one by Western Michigan. Turned over to Hofstra. Here's Nick Lewis. A shot blockered and gloved out of the air by Miletics. Draw one by Hofstra, and Lewis fires wide of the near post. Zach behind his own net. Backhanding it around to the near side. Josh Ward passing over to the far side. Taken away. Here's Lewis. Tried to pass to Andrew Gagnon. It's broken up. Welsing passing over to the far side. Slap back into the Hofstra zone. And Josh Ward in front could not hang on, or could not get the shot away. He hangs on to the puck, however. Here's Zach. Passed over to Ward. Ward, far side. Ward with a go-ahead goal. Drop it back into his own end for Zach to chase down. Zach passing over to the near side, John Welsing. Banks it off the boards. Sent back the other way by Jonathan Corbo. Here is Jeff Nolfo. Passing ahead to Welsing. Welsing drops it back. Nolfo, a shot blocked. Danny Correa's coming back the other way. Correa's around the back of the net. Pass is blocked. Actually intercepted by Anderman. Anderman back into the Hofstra zone. Pass across, a shot over the net from Jeff Nolfo. Might have caught Ryan Smith's glove on the way up. Here's Nick Lewis back into the Western Michigan zone. A shot just over the net. Western Michigan clear, but just over the center line, brought back in by Corbo. Corbo sending the puck to the far side boards, catches back up to it. Centering pass went off a stick, a Western Michigan stick. Here's Anderman. Puck taken away, final minute of regulation. Nick Lewis tried to pass over to Corbo, but getting in front of it was Evan Zach. Sent back into the Hofstra zone, coming out of his net to cover it up was Ryan Smith, but he gets right back up and passes it off, so no whistle. Lewis tried to pass ahead to Corbo, couldn't get there. Welsing backhanding it over to Anderman. Smith still in net. Here's Anderman. Passing off. Welsing in the slot. A shot. Smith might have gotten a piece of it. It went wide of the near post. Anderman with a puck again. Off to Welsing. Welsing will drop it way back for Evan Zach. Zach sends it ahead to Welsing. Welsing spins around, gets away from Gagnon. Welsing, 10 seconds left. Welsing. Pass over, whiffing on the one-timer try was Jacob Anderman, excuse me. Puck on the far side. Time's going to run out on Hofstra, and Western Michigan are going to win this game. Nick Lewis with a shot at the buzzer. I don't think it would have counted if it had gotten past James Miletics, but Western Michigan, who trailed for most of this game, tied it up at the end of 2 and got the winner very late here in the third. They win 3-2. So let's check the Pool E standings at the end of this one. Robert Morris and Missouri both at 2-0. I believe they each have, I know Robert Morris have 2 games left. Yep, Mizzou also have 2 games left. Western Michigan now at 2-1. Their pool play finale tomorrow at 4:30 against Robert Morris. Eastern Michigan at 0-2. They have 2 games left against Hofstra and Missouri. Hofstra at 0-3, 1 game left. I should say tomorrow, it's midnight Eastern now. Later this morning at 10 a.m., they play Eastern Michigan. If Hofstra lose that game, they will finish last in Pool E and will play whoever finishes second in Pool D tomorrow night as bracket play set to begin in Division I. And by this time tomorrow night, we will have cut the field in Division I from 21 to 16. That does it. A long day 1 of the 2017 NCRHA National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships is all done. Thanks for watching here on Roller Hockey Live. For CJ Yoder, Travis Van Nody, Craig Jolly, Adam Steele, and Jeremy Ellis, I'm Michael Hackney saying good night from the Fort Myers Stadium, everybody.